episode 1 of the PS Nation video cast. So we're going to talk about 3D.Game Heroes today. So it's myself, Glenn, and that guy, Josh. How's it going, Josh?
Pretty good.
And Joel.
Hey.
Hey. So what our aim today is, we're going to show you a little bit about this game, and also what we're going to try to do is show you a little bit more actual game footage instead of all these, really quick cuts that you always see on other sites and whenever they put trailers out. So what we're first going to go into is the character editor. This actually allows you to create your own character within the game. There's also about 50 canned characters, but I kind of go in and make a little real simple character here. Did you guys make your own characters?
I have not made my own character yet.
I started with one of the canned ones.
Oh, okay.
There's so many to choose from that I plan to go back and tweak the one I chose, kind of make them my own.
That is a pretty good thing to bring up, and that's the fact that you can actually take one of the ones that already comes with the game and actually go in and edit it and create your own character out of that. But like I said, everybody knows I'm not very artistic, so I pretty much just made something really, really simple here. Because if I try to make anything else, it would pretty much look like something you want to burn. So,
yeah, yours is a bit simplistic.
Well, but what I'm showing here also is, because you have these different animations that it creates, you can actually copy and paste any of that stuff in there. It's actually pretty easy. So here's a bunch of the canned characters that are already in the game. The shark, which is awesome. So that's pretty much what you see the whole time, is the fin just kind of coming through the ground, and then he jumps up when he attacks.
It's the land shark.
No, ma'am, I'm just a dolphin. Yeah. And the ninja's great, too, where you just see the sword going underground.
I love the music. That's one of the really cool things about it. It's such a throwback to, the 8-bit style, and they even add in all this symphony music on top of it when you get into the game.
Yeah, definitely.
It just gives it such a great feel. Now,
what I'm showing now is, this is kind of a prologue to the game, and I took a lot of the story elements out when we recorded this. And also, as you can see, the legendary sword. This thing is huge. And I know some people kind of thought that might detract from the game. You only have that long sword when you're at full health, and trust me, later on, you're going to want it. You can also, like I show here, you can actually pick up items with the sword as well. One cool feature, as compared to, that other series out there, is that you don't have to hold down a button to get, a spin attack going. You basically just swipe the joystick across, and you can swing it like that. So here he is. And again, this is pretty much just all prologue. So it's kind of taking you through the story of what's going on, and there we go. So that's the character I created, where the shield's bigger than him. Which I just couldn't stop laughing.
It's like a walking Tetris piece.
Do. Wait, I don't want to get sued. We can't have any of that music. So now you've got the sword with a wooden shield, and you definitely need to get that shield upgraded later on. There's actually over 20 swords in the game, and you can go to a blacksmith and actually have it lengthened and widened as well. So I don't know if I show that in the video later on or not. I think I do, actually.
I like how it's down to literally almost just 1 pixel.
Yeah.
Your character can walk and swing a sword, and just to illustrate how customizable the characters are, you literally can put 1 pixel on the screen and make it work. So
that's just awesome. And that inn I just showed you, that's kind of one of your save points. So what you can do is you can go to an inn, pay 5 gold, and sleep for the night, and that automatically heals you completely, gives you all your magic back, and it's a save point. And they're pretty easy to find throughout the game.
Yeah, the combat is great, though. The way they explode into just basically the building blocks of what they are after you hit them.
It's awesome.
Really, it's such a unique aesthetic that it just makes it so much fun. So different from any other game you've really played.
Well, but that's the great thing about it. The gameplay feels very... It's like going home to a certain extent. Hey, that's not even a pun. But it's this new look that, you've never seen a game look like this before, really. And even the depth of field, when you can see the characters way off in the background, and it's just fuzzy, and it's really hard to see. But yeah, it's so much fun to play. And later on, you'll get more items. Like you get the boomerang that I'll show later, and you can retrieve items with that, and you'll get like a grappling hook and all kinds of things. So here we go into the first dungeon. And one of the things I wanted to show right here is this is all real-time lighting in the entire game. So you'll see basically the shadows up on the wall when you walk around. And it's actually the shadow of the character that even I created.
Yeah, and all the reflections in the polished floor that just look gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, take an 8-bit game and make it look like new gen, just with the lighting, the water we just saw when you walked in before, the pixel explosions.
Yeah,
all very nice touches.
And it's just so familiar for the gameplay. I mean, it's got its own unique take to it as well, like I said, where you don't have to hold down a button to do the circle, swipe, or anything else. There's some other things that are very unique to this title as well, but it's just... This is such a throwback, and such... It's so great to actually be able to play it. It's just so refreshing because I haven't played a game in this genre that's not in total 3D for a long time. Because you're essentially playing the 2D version of this type of a game. You know, so you're not in full 3D. You're not doing the almost third-person point of view.
Yeah, and I don't really have any experience with those older games in this type of series, and this is all just total fun to me.
Yeah.
Just a lot of it is the aesthetic, a lot of it is, the feel of it. But it's not just a hardcore RPG, it's very action-oriented, and it's fun. It's just, there's so many jokes, and so many little jokes about the types of games that are involved here, so many jokes about the other games that the creators of this have made. Demon Souls jokes pop up left and right throughout the game.
Oh, yeah. There are a lot of jokes that pop up from a lot of the... This is actually published in Japan by From Software. And, they do the Armored Core series, and so there's some in-jokes with that. This is actually the first boss, by the way, and I don't want to show the whole battle, so I kind of cut around on it, but... this game is chock full of Easter eggs. It's actually pretty crazy when you think about it. We've got a couple threads running over on our forums just about all the in-jokes and all the little Easter eggs that people are finding.
Really gives the game a lot of replayability. You can play through it multiple times and continue to find more and more in-jokes.
Well, there are even some areas that change as you play the game. So you'll go into maybe a cave at the beginning of the game, and when you go back throughout the process, things like to change in there. So now we're going to jump forward. This is actually another one of the areas of the overworld, and this is kind of the desert area. And later on, you'll get an item so that you don't have to stay on these little paths that move you around. But right now, you're kind of trapped on these. So this entire area is almost one big puzzle. And you really got to pay attention to where you're going so that you don't just go around in circles. A little hint, go through the cacti between them.
At least you're now moving in style. You've graduated from the one pixel character to more of a...
Yeah, I went and actually created... I didn't even create this one. This is one of the pre-created characters, and just decided to go grab him so he's easier to see. And now you see one of the items I have now is a bomb. And it's really easy to switch between these. They just use R2 and L2 to get through the items now. Here's a dungeon later on. Now, if you fall through those pits, that'll actually take you down to another level, like a basement level. Although sometimes it'll drop you into an endless pit. It's not good. And as you can see, I didn't have full health, so the sword's a lot less overbearing, I guess you'd say.
Powered up.
Power up! Yeah, I mean, it's nice. You really don't see that many action RPGs out there anymore, action-adventure RPGs like this. And, this isn't just a copy of what we've seen in the past. This has a lot of its own gameplay. Like those wooden stakes you see there are actually for like the grappling hook and everything. So there you go, a little bit of gameplay from 3D Game Heroes from Atlus. The game's $39.99, and you're going to get 25 hours of life out of it. So check it out. United Front Games. They rule. So we're going to be talking about Mod Nation Racers for the PS3. Quite an addiction to myself. And as you'll see, really no menus to deal with. There's some menu stuff out there, but they try to keep it as graphical as possible. So this is how you start out.
Yeah, it's a beautiful way to get you right into the game and get you racing around. In this area, when you're online, all the other people are right there racing around with you. And you can ride up to people, talk to them, join in races with them, do whatever you want. It's very cool.
Voice chat's all like proximity based when you're in this area. Oh, look at that, Nario.
And Steel Man.
Roach Guy.
Yeah. So this is all about the customization.
Definitely.
That's the fun of the game.
So, as in Little Big Planet, how they started, you get the play, create, share going on here. You can create your own vehicles, you can create your own characters, and also you can create all your own tracks. Upload, download them, vote on them. It's very, very easy to do. Actually, in my opinion, way easier than Little Big Planet. And like you'll see here, I'm just randomizing through cars. It's just nothing but randomization. Looks like something Prince would drive.
Yeah, the beauty is you can really take the customization to the highest level that you want, really. You can take all the things that you unlock, all the different pieces that you unlock, and move them around, resize them, change them, do whatever you need to make it be exactly what you want it to be on that card or on your character.
But that's the great thing, you get a choice. You can either just randomize the stuff and go, or you can just sit down for hours and hours and hours and create what you want to create.
And you can always go back and edit further. So if you create something random the first couple times you drive around the track, you can always come back and tweak it out and set it up differently. You don't have to nail it the first time you edit.
Well,
yeah, the other thing, you can also pull down other people's characters if they put them up for a remix, and you can remix those characters.
And of course, the one, the only... That's right. Paul Schaefer, everybody! Paul, even from Canada.
Wow. Don't worry, I'm John.
Haha, thanks, Dave.
He's a little purple.
Just
kind of like that large dinosaur named Carney.
Whoa, the Gimp.
The Gimp.
I can't believe some of the stuff this game comes up with. It's just truly outrageous. Yeah, this one I'm not even going to talk about.
Yeah, it's great because you can unlock more and more pieces to customize as you go deeper into the game.
Oh, definitely, and that's actually one of the driving forces. Besides having a lot of fun, the career mode will let you unlock a bunch of stuff. You'll get all these tokens that you can kind of take and semi gamble essentially to try to open up some other random items. And you just have more and more stuff to open up. More care. Oh, this one I call smooches.
Yeah, I like that you can also change the fabric. That it can be like a shiny metallic right down to a cloth. And that way you can really customize your characters down to exactly what you want.
Yeah, I actually started playing... Oh, Viva La Rodeo. I actually started playing with that myself, and again, I'm not an artistic guy, but as you'll see, I created my own character, and I kind of did some stuff in my own cart that you'll see later on.
And you can get right down to the tiny details, like moving the eyes closer together or higher up on the face, or moving the mouth around. You can spend a few minutes and create something, or you can spend hours upon hours and just finely tune your characters or your carts.
And as you'll see when you go into the game, people have spent hours and have made some amazing things. Like Lord Vader's new apprentice right here.
If you're not really interested in any of that, you can also just hit randomize and go, or just go with the default character, which was the first one we saw there. So
what we're going to do, we're going to show you a full race here. This is a full race, not edited whatsoever. There's Torgo. With I'm trying to make a minecart there, so I found the little rust sticker and actually made it look more rusty. And as you'll see, there's 5-Spot and Philip J. Fry, some other people. Now,
it's me and my orange car, sweet orange ride.
Everybody asking about the boost and how you do the boost. We'll give you a little hint. Hold on R2 to rev up, and when it counts down 3, 2, 1, go. Right when it goes green and says go, hit L1, and that's your boost to get off the launch. But if you do it wrong, you'll actually just kind of hop up in the air and you'll get delayed a couple seconds. You can see my bad driving here. Everybody bumping me around. Jerks.
And you can see how chaotic these races can be. This was all just a fun online race that it's straight chaos.
Now, one thing that I didn't realize until, because I was using a gaming headset when I was recording this. Oh, here's one of the Devastators. Boom! Is that, you know, your crew chief is talking to you all the way throughout the race, but it didn't record, and I finally figured out why. If you have a headset on a voice chat headset, he talks to you through that headset. And I never realized it.
That's nice. That's really a cool feature.
So going back to Metal Gear Solid 4 almost. Very, very cool.
I love the drift mechanic in this game.
Oh, it works.
As you can see, going around the corners, drifting, you can bounce from corner to corner and hit the drift pretty easily, and it fills up your power meter as well when you're drifting.
Right.
Which you can then use to use for turbo and for a shield.
And that's another way you can fill up your meter right there, is when you're in the air. Use the right stick right and left, and you'll do some spin moves. That'll fill up your meter, and also you can draft. And when you draft, that'll fill up your meter as well. There, I just let loose the Hellfire! Love that. See, so basically, you get a random weapon when you first hit one of these orbs, and if you get 2 more orbs without firing it off, you can power it up to 3 levels, and each one becoming more and more devastating. So that's where that Hellfire is. Hey, trophy, yo! One thing that really grabbed me when I was editing all this video was that, I mean, you know, this is a kart racer. I've been playing kart racers for years. I still can't believe all the technical prowess that's going on in this thing. All the real-time lighting, all the real-time shadowing. It just, you know, everything has its own texture even. Oh, and there, that's another one that...
Perfect.
That'll eat...
Perfect use of the shield.
And that's, you hit circle to do that. I know people were asking about hitting the shield as well. That eats up some of your boosts, though. And as you'll see, I didn't have any left, so boom. There's the kaboom! And I explode over the finish line. So now, here's a big montage of different takedowns that we had over our online matches we had the other day. So you'll see that coming up here in a second. There's some truly, truly sweet takedowns here.
Shows off the degree of weapons too. You'll see some of the lower level weapons, and you'll see some of the three-tiered super powerful attacks as well.
Yeah. I also love that you can bounce rockets like that. Or take a guy out with a Devastator. Or a long shot like that. Oh, yeah. Somebody else got him with that one. Ha!
Yeah, the fun of this game really is the multiplayer.
Oh.
It's getting in there with people, all your friends, or just random people, and just going to town.
It's awesome. And the voice chat works really well, too. I mean, we were really talking a lot of smack that day. That was a great one.
It runs so smooth.
Oh. Yeah, we didn't have a lick of lag or anything the entire time we played. Oh, man. Forgot about that one. Yeah, stupid ramp.
Yeah, you really need to go through and learn these tracks, because the first time through, wow, some of them are just... You're just never going to find your way. You're going to get caught. All these shortcuts are all over the tracks, which is really a nice touch. You always need that in a kart racer.
Definitely. And to drop those mines like you see, all you do is hold down square instead of just firing things off. Hold square down and that'll drop it as a mine. Oh yeah, this is one race. You'll see the beating I take in just one race. This is crazy. So I get slammed into the wall, and then I get hit with that, and then I think I'm gonna jump over this. Yeah, no.
You're all over the place there.
Over and over again.
You're in first place, you're in fourth place, you're in sixth, you're in eighth.
So that's Mod Nation Racers from Sony San Diego Studios and United Front Games. Don't forget to check us out over on VGEvo.com, at psnation.org. Find us on Twitter, and we'll see you next time here in PlayStation Home. Thanks for sticking around, everybody.